Hey ladies and lads, welcome to my new video. Recently I've been asked a lot about which character people should use when they're starting out learning Tekken. To me, that character is quite clearly Kazumi, and I'm going to explain why. Now, over the many seasons of Tekken, Kazumi has always been a strong character. Many lost faith in her in season 2, but lo and behold, Arslan Ash came back to show how strong she still was, and recently in season 3, after more nerfs, Ulsan has shown that she is still a very strong character.
Trying to get the grand finals. Knee will be going home, ladies and gentlemen. Rock's Dragon's Knee will be eliminated from the Tekken World Tour 2019.
The reason for this is because Kazumi really awards fundamentally solid Tekken. Kazumi has all the tools required to win. She's a poke heavy character that can fight at many ranges and has a lot of conventional Tekken tools, making her perfect to learn the game with. Now, if your goal is to get some easy wins straight off the bat picking up Tekken, then she isn't what you want. But allow me to explain why Kazumi is the perfect character to learn Tekken with. Now, I've listed here the different parts of Tekken 7's system that you should be concerned with and how Kazumi fits well into all of them. First off, we have movement, then punishment, frames, the crush system, and then finally range and space control. So first up, we have movement. Now this is the single most important thing in Tekken, to be able to utilize your backdash and sidestep sidewalks to shut down your opponent's best moves and force mistakes out of them. Learning how to backdash cancel is extremely important, and I've left a couple of guides in the description from the two ATL boys, Anakin and Speed Kicks, which I think are stellar guides on how to do this. Kazumi herself does have very good conventional movement, backwards and laterally, so she's a good character to learn movement with. A good example of how you can implement sidestepping starting out is to throw out Kazumi's down forward 1 on block and sidestep, since a lot of opponents will challenge it with a jab and then punish it with 1-1-2. Give it a try. Now when it comes to punishment, I think Kazumi has almost everything you need. Reason being, she has that staple Mishima 1-1-2, which is her 10 frame punisher that we just spoke about. It's great for block and wave punishing and a good introduction to hit confirming, which is where you confirm the initial hits of a string and then confirm the ender. Also with Kazumi, as you start to learn more about how punishable things are, you'll be able to up the punishes. For 12 frame you have 1+2, for 13 frame you have down forward 1-2, for 15 frame you have hop knee or 3-2, and then 17 frame you have down forward 2. Now the same can be said for her while standing punishment. She has a great 11 frame while standing 4-4, and then as you learn the game you could start implementing her other while standing punishes. Now when learning the frame system, Kazumi is super good to learn with. The reason is her jab, her counter hit 4, and just general pokes. Frames are super important in Tekken. If you can utilize them, you'll find yourself quickly leveling up and beating your opponents. Let me give you the most effective example. One jab on block into 1-1-2. Now this is uninterruptible with most standing moves, and it's what is called a frame trap. If you do 1 into 1-1, you can bring in the hit confirm system that we just talked about and net some pretty easy damage. If your opponent really likes to press buttons after one jab, you can even do 1 into Magic 4, which is an 11 frame counter hit launcher. Look what happens if I try my down forward 1 after blocking jab. Getting a bit deeper now, after Kazumi's down back 4, you are +4 on hit, which means if your opponent presses anything, you can once again get a Magic 4 on counter hit. But also, most characters won't have the frames to successfully sidestep jabs. So doing down back 4 into 1-1 is a super good setup used at even the highest levels to prevent sidesteps and net damage. Check out this clip of Ulsan versus Knee at the Tekken World Tour Finals. Knee tries to sidestep after down back 4, but Ulsan's jabs prevent him from doing so. Again, you can see why Kazumi can really teach you the frame system. Now moving on to the crush system, a crush is another way of saying to evade. So a high crush move, for example, is a move that evades highs. And Kazumi has many of those and usually come in the form of lows. For example, down 3, down 4 and down back 2. You can really utilize these when you want to evade certain moves. A good example is going under Steve's highs with high crushing lows to evade his best moves, which are high. Different moves in Tekken have certain frames where their moves crush. Most hop kicks, for example, will crush lows and low jabs on the 9th frame of its animation. Kazumi's hop kick is a little worse though, crushing on the 13th frame, so it's hardly used for its crushing. There are a couple of cool setups you can do with Kazumi to exploit the crushing abilities in some of her moves. For example, down 4 into while standing 2 will completely crush most people's jabs. Also, 2-1 into down 4-2 is a risky setup that will also crush jabs as seen in the clip and has been used in tournaments. Now when we talk about space control and ranges, I think it's really important to talk about how you can get used to playing at multiple ranges with Kazumi. In close, she can bully you with her jab pressure, strong down forward 1 and her crushing lows that we just spoke about. In the mid range, if you can force whiffs with the movement you've been practicing, you have great whiff punishes with forward 3 and 3-2. You also have while running 2, which is a great move to use at the mid ranges to get in. Kazumi's general keep out is good too. You can threaten the magic 4 to prevent your opponent being too aggressive, but also keep people out really well with her down forward 1 and jab, something you see Ulsan and Arslan do really well with this character. So that about does it for this video. It wasn't really a comprehensive tutorial on Kazumi, but more explaining why Kazumi is so good to learn and develop fundamentals with. You will definitely improve fast using this character with all the things that we spoke about. And of course, if you have any questions, my DMs are always open on Twitter and my Discord is available for you to contact me. I'll leave both links in the description. I hope you enjoyed and learned from the video. See you for the next one. Peace.